All right, peace, love, health, and well, vibe, tribe, like and subscribe. Help your boy break away from that 9 to 5. My name is not important, but what is the fact that I'm here on behalf of Sacred Self Healing Center, where the heart is the center for healing. Understand that when you come here, this is spot day for the soul, chicken noodle soup for the spirit, manny and petty day for the ego. Understand that when you come here, this is a hard hat area and self development is the construction site. So, with that being said, got a very special broadcast for you guys. Um, we are going to be doing the weekly collective reading brought to you by Chapstick. All right, matter of fact, I didn't even do my product placement. Right, let me do my product placement. Tag products, Chapstick Rose, Rose, Chapstick. Hey. Not our sister cat. All right. All right. All right. Cool. Here we go. So, I think I want to start off with um, welcome in, y'all. I think I want to start off with the Love Oracle deck, and even though it's not a love reading, I just like starting off my readings with this deck because it gives like thoughts, feelings, emotions, etc., etc. So it's kind of like a whole different vibe from tarot. All right. So I just had two cards jump out. Give me a second, Joe. It says sorrow and conflicted, but I'm not accepting that because that's energy from the previous reading. All right, here we go. All right, now I will accept these that just shot out the deck. All right. Welcome in. Good morning, Grand Rising, everybody. Peace, love, health, and woe. Let me get some hearts in the chat. Let me get the chat going real fast before we get started. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. There it goes. All right. So the first card that we have here is going to be intuition, heart sound, telepathy, inner knowing. Okay. So our intuition is going to be playing a big role this week. The second card that we have here is going to be beginnings, try again, new direction, start over. All right. Trapped, Somebody's feeling stuck, tied down, and captive. All right. So I'm getting just general energy here, not nothing too specific yet. Let's continue with the energy on the tarot. But so far what I'm getting here this week, our intuition is going to lead us to that new beginning, and it's going to free us from that trap. Um a new direction, maybe even starting over is going to be very important. But for the upcoming week, watch out for areas in your life where you feel trapped, because where you're going to that's going to be your intuition showing you where you need to begin anew, if you understand what I'm saying. All right, so let's continue. Maybe we can ask who, what, when, where, why, and how on this opening energy. All right, I don't want to jump into best course of action or anything like that yet, but I want to see what's going on. All right, so the Wheel of Fortune act like they wanted to jump out. So money, look, Queen of Pentacles. Now, whenever I see Pentacles, I don't always necessarily jump. Can y'all can y'all pretty please, if y'all want to, y'all don't got to, but if y'all want to, can y'all please like the video, subscribe to the channel? Okay, so we got the Queen of Pentacles here. So this water meets earth, okay? Water and earth energy. So the Queen of Pentacles is a person who is very resourceful. The Queen of Pentacles is a person who's very loving, nurturing, caring. Um, the Queen of Pentacles, to me, I think in this case, is representing archetypical energy that we would want to rest in this week. I think that when we talking about feeling trapped and stuff like that, I feel like we haven't really been able to fully express ourselves recently in one way or another. You know, it's going to be different situations and circumstances with different people. But the Queen of Pentacles is almost telling me that oh we excuse me, I'm sorry. That we're going to be closer and closer to create an environment where we can fully express ourselves, where we can give and don't have to worry about receiving, but receive because our energy is right. And the Queen of Pentacles brings not just financial security and abundance, but just security in general, because the Queen of Pentacles is a person who, like I said, the Queen of Pentacles is a person you want on your team. They are very resourceful. They can make something out of nothing, right? So then we got the Page of Cups coming in. So we got two court cards back to back, back to back. Okay. So I can definitely see some relation here in these two cards, because the Page of Pentacles is definitely um how can you say this? Following that theme, that love and nurturing theme that's here in the Queen of Pentacles. But when you're talking about the Page of Wands, this is a person who's looking to create um balance and stability in the emotional realm. Like they trying to get grounded with the emotions, right? And how they do that through creativity, magic, and romance. So not only oh, you know what, let me pull one more card before I say what I'm about to say, and then a Fool card, which is a new beginning. Okay, so what I'm hearing is, here with these cards, oh, I might even show the card, my bad. What I'm hearing here with these cards so far with our week ahead reading is that our intuition is going to show us. I feel like our intuition has been talking to us and telling us like, hey, we need a new start, or hey, we trying to, it's time for us to do this, do that, whatever, right? And I feel like at this point, the way we going to know exactly where to go, where to start, where to, put our flag down is by listening to the intuition. So when you get into situations and circumstances where you could possibly be feeling uh trapped, right? And here's the specific areas of feeling trapped. The specific areas of feeling trapped for us is going to be when we can't give and receive how we normally will. Okay, that is not a good environment for us to be in. If we can't love, if we can't express the love that we share, if we can't tap into our creativity, right? If we can't alchemize, if we can't make something out of nothing, um, that's another area where we probably need to improve. And then when we're looking at the fool card, wherever we just feel unable to grow, whether that's writer's block, whether that's okay, I need a new job, but I don't know what I want to do. I don't want to go back to McDonald's, or you know what I'm saying? I don't want to go back to what's familiar. I don't want to this one and that one, this one and that one. I think all of those are going to indicate areas. Like if you feel yourself saying to yourself, if you hear your or if you catch yourself saying to yourself, like, this place ain't for me, I'm tired of this place, I'm so over it, stuff like that. Really take note of the situations and circumstances, whether you're at work, at school, at home, whatever. And when you take note, I really want you to weigh the pros and the cons on this situation, because growth is essential, right? Um Clarity is essential for growth. And the clearer the picture you have, the more free you are to do whatever it is that you want to do. By all means, you know what I'm saying? Please do. But I just recommend that we whatever this trapped energy is, or whoever, or the situation or circumstances that's making us feel trapped, especially in these particular areas, the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and a Fool card. It's time for us to go ahead and let that thing go. You hear me? It's time to let it go. All right. So I am going to tap into the weekly collective spirit animal card. Okay. Weekly collective spirit animal card. And also, I will be uploading a bonus reading later on. All right. So be on the lookout for that. Saray, welcome in. Peace, love, hope, and wealth to you. All right, y'all. So closing out this weekly collective, we got the number 5 card from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, and it's the Raven. It says embrace mystery and ingenuity. All right. Give me 1 second. Let me get the book. What's up, dude? What's going on? What's up? Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. What's up? You got the freshest breath in the world, dog. You get some sleep, Mike? Sorry if I woke you up. I'm sorry if I woke you up. All right, y'all. So we got the number 5 card. Um, it's the Raven. All right. So I think they're gonna go before they back and forth. Is this the card? I don't know. I think they're gonna use Raven and the Crow interchangeably, but I can't remember. I don't know. But here we go. Bear with me, y'all. Let's get through this. Okay. So it says the raven is a bird rich in symbolism found in many cultures and traditions. Often associated with mystery, ingenuity, wisdom, and magic, the interpretation, embrace, mystery, and ingenuity of the raven can be further elaborated in various ways. All right. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me get in the chat. Let me do something in the settings real quick. I apologize for that. I sincerely apologize, but I just had a revelation of sorts, if you will, and I want to act on that immediately because I feel it. I definitely feel it. I can't believe I didn't do this sooner. One word about to change my life. One word, four letters. Just about to change my life. One word, four letters is about to change my life. That's crazy. All right, I'm back in the chat. Uh-oh, not the coffin bug. Okay, so the raven is a bird rich in symbolism found in many cultures and traditions, often associated with mystery, ingenuity, wisdom, and magic. The interpretation embrace mystery and ingenuity of ravens can be further elaborated in various ways. Okay, so number one, we are going to be looking at mystery and wisdom. Okay, mystery and wisdom. So the raven is often seen as a messenger between the physical world and the spiritual realm, bringing knowledge and wisdom from the beyond. When you receive the message of the raven, it may be a call to explore the mystery of life and existence, to open yourself to hidden knowledge and deep truths that lie behind the veil of reality. The raven invites you to embrace mystery with curiosity and open mind, and to be willing to explore new and unknown territories. Ingenuity and creativity. The raven is also known for its extraordinary intelligence and ingenuity. It can solve complex problems and adapt to different situations with cunning and skill. When you receive the message of the raven, it may be an invitation to cultivate your creativity, ingenuity, to think unconventionally, and to tackle challenges with cleverness and inventiveness. The raven encourages you to find innovative solutions to problems and to use your mind creatively to achieve your goals. All right, number three is going to be connection to the occult. Ooh, nice. So, in many traditions, the ravens is associated with the world of the occult and magic, symbolizing the ability to pierce the veils of time and space and to access arcane and hidden knowledge. When you receive the message of the raven, it may be a call to explore connection to the spiritual world and to cultivate practices of meditation, divination, or magic to expand your awareness and understanding of the world. In summary, when you receive the message of the raven, it is an invitation to embrace mystery, ingenuity, and explore hidden wisdom, and to cultivate your creativity and connection to the spiritual world. The raven guides you through the dark territories of the mind and soul, offering you the opportunity to discover truths and to see. Oh, I'm sorry, offering deep truths and to develop deeper intelligence and awareness. All right. All right. So that is it. Um, any thoughts, comments, concerns on this reading? So just for a quick recap, um, the reading started off with intuition, beginnings, and trapped. So how we interpreting that is that on for in this upcoming week, we need to be on the lookout for the things that how can you be on the lookout for the things that is that use your intuition to find a new beginning. And where you want to find a new beginning in your life is where you feel trapped. So I pulled three cards in particular, and I feel like these are the areas in particular. If we feel trapped, we need to hit that red button immediately, right? You want to fly southwest? Um, so what I was saying was with the Queen of Pentacles, if there's any areas where, so these three cards that's here, I feel like these are aspects of us, and and if we feel trapped with these aspects of us, then we need to fly southwest. So it's the curiosity, the generosity, abundance, security, the flow of love, the reciprocation of energy, um, emotional intelligence, and growth, right? Anywhere where you want to grow, just period, right? You want to, get a new path, a new start, whatever, with that food card. And if it's not really, if the rose is blocked, then we gotta let it go. Gotta let it go. So then we get the Raven to get best course of action, right? So the Raven tells us to embrace mystery and wisdom, to embrace ingenuity and creativity. And the Raven is encouraging us really most of important to think outside the box in order to get the solutions to the problems that we got here. So if anybody would is if you wanted that read and C Sray, Sray, I don't know how you say your name, cousin. But if you wanted to get that read and let me know. If not, then I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull a bonus card real quick. I think I'll go ahead and pull a bonus card from the Sacred Spirit deck. Yeah, I'm gonna pull one from here real quick. All right, so here go the bonus card for this week. Ooh, it's a beautiful card. Okay, so we got the number 28 card. All right, it says mindful wisdom, create inner harmony. Mindful wisdom, create inner harmony. All right, so we probably gonna end off on this one, y'all. Unless somebody wanted to get a reading real quick. All right, so that is the number what? 28. Is it? All right, give me 1 second, y'all, to go pull it up. Create inner harmony, silence your inner critic this week. So, so mindfulness is a simple act of being present in each moment. But for most people, it is not always achievable during daily life. Complications of employment, relationship, children, social activities, and career choices can all seem to distract us from achieving this goal. It is only when you choose to become present that you receive clarity of consciousness, peace of mind, and objective understanding surrounding current issues. The owl is representation of inner knowing and mindfulness, patiently and carefully monitoring the surroundings, followed by clear and direct action. You may be feeling confused about people's actions, but like the owl, we must observe our surroundings to the best of our ability to see the real meaning of a person's actions or the origins of a specific issue. That's deep. Now now is the time to journey inward, to access your inner knowing and personal wisdom through mindful practice to create a homeostasis, an equilibrium in your heart and mind. So they're talking about the brain heart coherence here, right? That's something we talk about a lot on this channel, right? The brain heart coherence. So bring yourself back to a heart space where you can approach anything with calmness and clarity. All right, so I want to pause right there real quick and say, like, so what we were saying earlier in the reading was, um, we gonna have to think outside the box as far as pinpointing and getting to what's really causing us to feel trapped. And it looks like there's a two part to this where we're going to have to make sure we check ourselves internally and just to make sure that we remain in balance as we continue, right? As we continue removing things. So now is the time to journey inward to access your inner knowing and personal wisdom through mindful patience to create a homeostasis, a equilibrium in your mind and heart. Bring yourself back to a heart space where you can approach anything with calm and clarity. Right now, place yourself of value. I'm going to repeat that again. Right now, place yourself of value. When the owl appears in your life, it encourages you to use strong intuition, right? That goes back to the card that we used, the very first card that we got up there, right? It encourages you to use strong intuition to gain wisdom about matters that you shouldn't ignore. This is really putting a cap on this reading. This reading is this, like I said, this card is really hammering home basically the whole reading and giving a little bit more insight on how to go. So it says it encourages you to use strong intuition to gain wisdom about matters that you shouldn't ignore. More importantly, self worth and confidence. Remember, I was saying in the beginning of the reading, we cannot continue to feel trapped because as we continue to feel trapped, we are not allowed to grow in the areas we need to grow, right? Tolerance can be achieved through objectivity and inner peace. All right. So when they say objectivity, meaning that, long story short, you got to keep your mind on the goal. If the goal is to get money, if the goal is love, if the goal is have a baby, whatever, don't let the everyday distractions take you away from the bigger picture. Okay. Acknowledging all of our experiences, we can be objective with our emotional and mental processes. Okay, so when we take our emotions out of the situation and we try to think clear about what we want, we able to look at the situation as if an outsider would, with no personal bias or without no personal connection to the I am. And when you take your I, now a lot of people tell you to gain control of your I am, right? But sometimes you got to remove your I am out of a situation so you can see both sides clear. Oftentimes people can't see both sides because they they have a big thing about how the situation made them feel, and because they was hurt or because they was sad or whatever, they can't fully grasp their mind on both sides of the both parties or both sides of the table, or they can't put themselves in the other person's shoe. Even a person, sometimes you will even hear a person say, well, I understand if you didn't mean to do it, or they say things like, uh whatever, but it's like they excuse it as a mistake, but then they still say, well, I'm still mad. I still want my get back. You still don't do that to people. Blase skip, blase skip, blase skip. So it's like it's almost like they want to excuse the person and give them and like say this person isn't healthy or whatever, but then they double back and won't get back. So, we got to be steadfast on that mindset. So again, instead of reacting to immediately out of anger, now listen here closely because this card is prophesizing. So what they saying, and I've been catching on this for a while. So what it's saying is this week, um, when we see areas in our life where we've been feeling trapped, we might be inclined to react like an angry tiger. You understand what I'm saying? We might be inclined not to be passive this week. Some of us we could feel like we want to take on a challenge, right? A lot of us could be feeling fed up and feeling like ain't nobody gonna play with us, or I'm tired of people playing with me, and so that might just be a bunch of unreleased pain that we need to get rid of, right? Some compressed energy, what they will say, some compressed air. So instead of reacting immediately out of anger, mindfulness allows you to be aware of this anger, right? So again, we are being aware of the things that trigger us because the things that trigger us this week are the things that we can't ignore. And we're going to have to grow in these areas, whether we got to bring things in or move things out, right? We're going to have to make moves in these areas in our life, right? Welcome in, y'all. I see a couple people coming in. Double tap that screen if you would like to, right? Only if you want to. So, so being aware of this anger is going to help you realize why you are angry, and then it's going to process the circumstances around this emotion. This is a new form of emotional intelligence that allows you to physically react using positive process and methods that is beneficial to you and others while understanding the reasoning behind their behaviors. That's funny because I was just saying that. I was just saying that because we get hurt, we can't look at we can't look at it objectively. We can't look at it big picture, right? So shadow aspect, how do we know we need the healing of this card in our life, right? It says stubbornness. So we again, or well, let me go through this first. Stubbornness, impatient, forgiveness, for not forgiveness, I'm sorry. Stubbornness, impatience, forgetfulness, and thoughtlessness. Okay. And again, I would add another thing in there too. And I will say feeling like I want to take on a challenge, feeling like I'm fed up, feeling like enough is enough. Not being able to walk away from things that isn't necessarily worth the time and energy. You understand what I'm saying? Welcome in, y'all. I can't see the chat right now, but I'll get to the chat in a second. If you would like, if you want to, double tap the screen. If not, that's cool too. Right? So the sacred crystal for this week is charorite, Charooite. I need to Google that one. I don't know what that one looked like. Chariot? Wait, let me no. Whoa, it ain't chariot. Oi, charite, charite. Let's see what this look like. Charoite. Charite. Let's see what this hitting for. It's a rare, vibrant purple silicate mineral characterized by swirling fibrous patterns of lavender, violet, and white, black inclusions of agrian, a agerine, found exclusively in the Morin iris of Siberia, Russia. Near the Chara River. It was discovered in the 1940s. It is primary jewelry beads. So I wonder if this was came from outer space and it landed on Earth. If it's only found in one place on Earth right now, I wonder if it came from outer space somewhere and landed on Earth. It's a beautiful crystal. It reminds me of like two or three other crystals. I wonder if it got lithium in it because a lot of purple crystals got lithium in it. And purple crystals with lithium is really good for mood balancing, not going off on the deep end when you trigger. All right, so let's go ahead and finish this part up, and I'm gonna check the chat. So Archangel, I mean Angel Assistance, Archangel Zachiel, Tzadkiel. This is the angel of forgiveness, releasing judgment and painful memories. The affirmation for this week is I react sensitively. That is so funny. That is exactly what I was saying earlier in the reading. Y'all got to rewind this reading, man. This one on point. I react sensitively to others as I respect my personal boundaries. I react sensitively to others as I respect my personal boundaries. I react sensitively to others as I respect my personal boundaries. And that's page 64 and 65, 6465, 10 and 11, 21, 21. All right, y'all. So if we don't have any questions, comments, concerns about the reading, then I guess we could do a couple and then we can go ahead and slide on out of here. I guess I'll give it another minute. What we been on? 30 minutes, 35 minutes. That ain't bad. That's actually kind of good. That's good. But one thing I gotta say, don't forget your chapstick. All right, y'all. So hopefully, man, this reading really hit home for somebody. I just want to say it's been an honor and a pleasure to be of service to you all. And I wouldn't rather be nowhere else but right here, right now, I'm doing what I do best. Peace, love, health, and wealth. Anything else but the back work, because I ain't buying it and you better not eat the peace.